Hey, we are here with Laughing Shall We Die, a very short episode of Laughing Shall We Die. My child has been inconsolable for the past, hour and a half or so. But it sounds like he's woken up again briefly, but he was tired enough that I'm sure that he'll go right back down again. So we are going to kind of just do the aftermath of what happened last. We have some treasure to divvy up and a couple of final things to deal with. You sounded like you guys were going to go back to the town pretty quickly here, or at least that was your plan. Because you don't want to push the grind anymore.
It seemed wise. I mean, we got the main thing. We can always come back and
So, the treasure to divvy up, we have a small sack of copper coins, worth 1 die. It's pack 2. 10 die of gold coins, pack 5. 5D of gold bars, pack 3. A pickaxe, a shovel, 2 large sacks, and a mining cart. And the very last thing is a detailed description of a monster's nature written by a forgotten philosopher. So a book, pack 1. And the monster in question was the Tomb Guardian himself, the one you just killed. So those are the items on the table. Was it they agreed to 40% because of Kagan's roll last time?
I don't remember what the number was. Was it
30? No, it was 30% because the joke was there were 4 of them.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
30 was what I remembered too, but I don't trust my memory. But if that's what you think, then I think that's right.
Well, yeah, cool. I think the joke was Connor didn't realize that one of them hadn't died, and so and then made a joke even after that. He's like, "No, I still say it." They only get 30. Yeah.
Oh man! All right.
So, how do you want to divvy up the treasure?
They get the copper. Obviously.
Okay. Yeah. That's still a little bit less than 30%.
They can have the book, unless Connor wants the book. Was it how to build the thing, or was it just that's the thing that's there?
So a detailed description of a monster's nature written by a forgotten philosopher, nature being in capitals here. So the idea being the Torchbearer nature. So, your guys' nature as humans is running, boasting, demanding, right? So the idea would be what is this thing? What does it do? What are its abilities?
Is there an appraise skill?
That's a good question. I don't know. What do we got here?
Lore master.
I guess it would be I guess there isn't an appraise skill because it's just haggler and scavenger and whatnot, right? It's just you haggle to argue about how much it's worth. I don't know if there's actually a skill that you have to roll to decipher what it's truly worth.
Doesn't look how much is it truly worth?
Oh, the book. I see what you're saying. Good question. It might have said in the book. Let me check. Because we rolled randomly for what was in the chest.
Yeah.
That's not the right book.
We should just total up how much dice of treasure there is, and then we'll know how much is.
Oh, nice. I turned right to it. Tome of Ancient Lore. Nope, that's not it.
I mean, should we just kill these guys and then we don't have to worry about it?
No.
It has no value. It's not worth anything.
Okay. I want to manipulate them into thinking it's worth a lot.
I don't know. That seems slightly outside the scope of what the rule that's already been made, right? You already agreed to split it 30 to 70.
And so, I mean, basically, whoever gets the book, it doesn't contribute.
It doesn't contribute to how much.
We might as well just take it.
Okay.
So, how much D's of gold is there?
In total, there's 16. So I guess whatever 30% of that is. I guess there's also the question of who gets the mining cart and the shovel and the large sacks and stuff.
Those aren't worth anything, are they? kind of thing.
No, but
I
they
mean,
can be used to
they're-
carry the stuff out,
Yeah,
right?
they're helpful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured we'd just use them for that, and then
Yeah.
you know.
So it's
they
roughly 5
Yeah,
that they would get.
right.
So do you want to just give them the gold bars? And you guys take everything else?
Those sound like they probably wait. They sound like they should be the easiest to
They
cart
carry.
around in a cart,
They are.
but maybe they are okay. Well, so then no, they can have. Well, I don't know
Because they're the most efficient, like
Form
use
of it.
of the most efficient
Yeah,
form.
Now,
that's
how
why
hard
we
is it?
definitely want those.
Mechanically, how hard is it to spend those? Do we have to like go somewhere and get them? How granular is this game going to be?
So the idea is that when you're going into town, right, and you're going to have a lifestyle cost, and you're going to be able to sell some things if you would like to, or trade or whatever. You can make a haggling roll to buy things at a or sell things at like a higher dice than. But I think it's usually like 1 or 2 dice difference every time. And typically, what you're spending this treasure on is you have to pay the lifestyle cost, or you have stuff that you want to buy in town, and you just pile it onto your resources rolls, right, to fund your next expedition, right? That's the idea.
Okay, but like it's not going to be like, oh, we don't take gold bars here.
No, so there can be like town events and things that like limit what you can buy or who you can spend, who you can talk to or whatever, but. Or if you like anger the merchants for whatever reason, right? If the failed roll or something.
Then we'll take the bars and as much gold coins as makes up our share, and then put them in that mining cart, because there's more of them, so they should be able to carry more stuff more easily. It makes sense that as a smaller party, we'll take the easier stuff to carry.
So you want to give them maybe the copper coins and 4 die of gold coins?
Sure.
Yes, and then we'll take the rest of the gold coins and the bars.
So that means you have pack 6 that you need to carry. Pack 7, sorry, including the book if you want to have the book.
How much can you put in the cart?
So the cart can hold 2 large sacks worth of stuff. So whatever a large sack can hold, but I don't remember off the top of my head what that is.
1, 2, 3, 4. It's 6 spots.
All right. Well, let's just
6
put all
each or 6 total.
6 per sack, so we'd have 12 spots total.
All right. So we should just put
Plus,
all of our
sack as well. That's not even half full.
Yeah. Let's put all of our gold in the mining cart, and the book also just in there in 1 sack. And then we'll give them the other sack so they can carry their stuff. And then
Well, I assume the copper is already in a sack, otherwise it would just be loose on the ground.
No, yeah, it is. It's specifically a small sack of copper coins, which was in the treasure chest along with the book. The gold coins and the gold bars are the things that are loose.
Okay, they can put the small sack in the big sack. I don't care what they do.
Yeah. No, they have plenty of hands. They can just carry stuff. out.
So yeah, let's do that, because then it all fits in the cart and we can just cart it out of here.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, unless we need the shovel to get out of here via this tunnel thing, does the mining cart fit through the tunnel? I assume that's the point of the tunnel, right? That we can get out of here.
So as a reminder, the tunnel looks like odd. Let me bring up my map or
how many D's of gold is it, Caleb, so I can write it down?
So you have
It'd be like 10, right? Because they got
6 die of gold coins and 5 die of gold bars.
And how many bars per slot?
5D of gold bars together is pack 3. So it doesn't really split evenly.
Okay.
That's weird.
Oh, so gold bar is just the same as gold coin then?
In what sense?
Because 2D's worth of gold coins takes a spot, dude.
Yeah, I mean, it's slightly off because it should be... I guess pack 3 makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense.
How many D's of gold coins?
10. It's in the chat if you scroll up.
Oh.
There's six dice of gold coins and 5 dice of gold bars.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, because they took 4 dice of the gold coins.
Right. I still got tons of room left.
The cart, yeah.
Yeah, with the cart, yeah. You'll have to figure. I mean, it'll be slightly. You'll have to like rig up the cart for the donkey, that sort of thing. But
Yeah.
unless you want to port it yourself, right? Like someone has to have both hands to push this thing out. But I guess you can throw your weapon in the cart too.
I'll put my lantern in the cart so I don't have to carry it.
Yeah. So as a reminder, for that tunnel there to the east, a piece of the wall lies shattered and scattered across the ground, a tunnel looming beyond it, winding into the darkness. Several discarded excavation tools make it obvious that someone dug into this room from the outside. So that's the description of that.
Cool. So it goes outside. This is you got to the end of the dungeon and you could have gotten here really quickly, but you didn't. So now this is your short exit.
Yeah.
So, obviously we can scout it out. And I don't have scouts, so I suggested we should.
I do.
Cool. Do you want to scout that out?
Sure. I assume that's just scout.
Yeah. I mean, I'll come with you, but
give me half a second here. Rolling something. Cool. So go ahead and make a scout test for me. Yeah. And it will determine a couple of things.
I'll fork in Dungeoneer and Pathfinder.
And everybody marked hungry and thirsty last time, right? Because the grind advanced right at the end of what you guys did. So you should have marked.
We got exhausted, or was that for something else?
You got exhausted because of the combat, but the grind also advanced because of the.
Okay.
So unless you guys ate food and drink right at the end.
I think so.
Yeah. Everybody should be marking hungry and thirsty because the grind is advanced.
I might have had one more because I brought more. Otherwise, I
was drinking holy water last time, so.
Yeah, you guys have plenty of water. You have the big jug of water. But it's food, yeah.
Which was the other reason why we should probably go back to town.
Yeah. I think I would have marked it if I didn't have it. I marked exhausted.
I mean, I don't remember that being. I would have marked it also. I don't remember it being.
Yeah,
that was a thing.
I don't think it's possible that I didn't mention it at the end. So, but the grind is at 4, so that means it had to have advanced. So
okay.
So I think that's why you didn't mark it because I don't think it was mentioned.
I'll mark it then.
Yeah, I think everybody should be marking hungry and thirsty. So yeah, go ahead and make a scout test for me. Up 3.
Can I help with labor? It's a tunnel.
No, because this is actually for something else now. You'll see why in a second.
Okay.
It's not letting me.
Because I don't actually know if you have to do any scouting on the tunnel itself.
Okay.
I'll check, but.
Oh. Okay.
Why do I get -2 successes?
Because you're hungry and thirsty and exhausted.
Wait, that doesn't
make
say
sense.
that it does that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think
let's just
does that.
Ignore that then.
Let's take.
Yeah, no, -1 disposition to conflict and -1 disposition to conflict.
So it's just doing that just in case you are rolling a disposition roll. I guess.
Okay.
I forget to put the obstacle to 3, but yes, I succeed.
Okay, yeah, so you succeed. So as you guys are gearing up to carry all your stuff out, right? You notice that the bandits are picking around where the statue was, right? So there was this big block that it was sitting on top of. It had its sword in a slot in the floor, right? And they seem to be picking at something. They take a crowbar out and start prying open a panel. And you guys notice this as you're about to leave, that they maybe found something else to loot. But they're being sort of sneaky about it, right? They're no, don't pay attention to us. So we're just
we watch from a safe distance.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll stop to watch just because I'm curious.
What about you, Kagan?
Yeah, I'll do the same.
So they open up what looks like a very unassuming tomb, like a crypt or whatever, right? So it didn't look like that, but once they open it up, you see a dead body in there, right? So the statue was right on top of whatever this guy's tomb was. They're kind of glancing at you because they're you're watching them, but they're okay, well, they're not stopping us, so I guess this is ours. And so one of them jumps into the pit. And
it's a full-on pit.
Well, it's the size of that square there. Right
Oh,
here.
I see. Okay. Yeah.
So one kind of like drops into it. And let me double check
He's so
something.
dead.
Yeah. I think I might be like, like
if you like voice to do that, I hold up a finger. It's like let them cook.
Just let them cook. Let them cook. So I'm gonna search out something real quick here. Where is this?
You're looking how big of a radius fireball is in this game.
Yeah, were we leaving through this door or back through here?
The tunnel was the plan because it was
seemed
supposed
convenient,
to be from outside. So yeah, that seemed nice. But
so the guy reaches down and nothing bad happens to him, right? He jumps in the pit, like nothing bad happens. He reaches down and it's kind of hard to see from your angle, but you can see that he's wrestling with something that maybe the guy's holding, and he like you hear a crack as like maybe the guy's arm bone or hand bone just like snaps, and he lifts up this like jet black like jagged sword. It looks very like valuable, possibly magical. Right, and the guy's like, ooh, and it's probably actually in a scabbard, right? So he pulls that out and then like pulls it out of the scabbard. Do you guys do anything, or just like let him have it?
Is anything else happening?
No, not at all. Yeah.
it's probably cursed. What was the name of this tomb? The tomb
of the Sorcerer-King.
Oh, Sorcerer-King. All right. That's not really necessarily bad or good. All right. Well, I mean,
lore-wise to see what the sword is.
You could do like a lore master check, yeah.
Connor, do you have the best lore, right?
I believe I do.
Mm-hmm.
I have a 5.
And I can help you with mine.
Sure, yeah, go for it. I think it would be an ob 4.
Can I help a theologian?
Yes.
Sorcery is basically a religion.
Oh, sweet.
I was trying to decide if there was like theological implications to the sword, and I think there are, yeah.
All right.
Or at least they could be if you can succeed at the roll, right? It's a possibility.
Right, yeah.
So yeah, ob 4 altogether. And you can technically fork in something. I'm not sure what it let you fork. But
Scholar? Or what's the other one?
Scholar makes sense.
Yeah, Scholar.
So I can fork in that for myself then?
I think so, yeah.
Do you have Theologian as well, Connor?
I do not.
I don't think so.
Okay.
So it lists Arcanist and Theologian as the
Ritualist.
So, but I think you can fork in Scholar and Arcanist if you'd like, Kagan.
Okay,
that makes sense.
I don't think Ritualist is like casting miracles, basically, right? I don't think that. Right? Isn't that what that is?
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh my gosh! What?
That's a really good style.
What?
So Kagan.
-1 success is because of the.
That doesn't
exhausted.
Probably what it is, Kagan, is you've seen this in a dream, right? At some point, you were body hopping and living people's lives and whatnot, right? And I'm trying to think of who it would have been. Because, like, your dream walking is, like, people who are actually alive right now, right? It's not like you can't, like, time travel with your dream walking, right? Or I guess it can be prophetic, right? Because it's probably not limited to living other people's lives. It's just, like, dreams are the medium, but it's a little bit more vague than that. So I think you see, like, you recall this dream that you had of kind of like a dark plane of some sort, right? Like it looked like almost like it was like another dimension or some dark like field of blackness, and there was some guy in like black armor who some other guy who was like maybe shiny and brilliance that kind of really contrasted whatever this dark plane was, who was fighting this guy in black armor and then stole this sword from him. That's the image that you get. And the actual, like, mechanical stuff you get from it is this is like a sword that is like, it's a magical sword. It gives you a +1 die to attack and kill conflicts, in addition to the standard sword benefits, right? So it's a sword, but it also has like cool magic stuff.
Nice.
But it also has like a weird curse that once it's drawn, it can't be sheathed until it's killed someone. So you know that the guy just took it out. He maybe doesn't realize this, but like I don't know if you know necessarily like if it's gonna like take over him Nightblood style and have him kill someone or what, but like that
how compulsory is that? Because you could just wrap it in something.
I'm not sure Kagan has enough, like, he's seen all these like weird kind of vision stuff. So I don't know if that's the piece of, I don't think he gets that piece of information, but you know that if you stick around they might get, it's probably best to leave now, let them kill each other, right? And maybe you'll get the sword out of it anyway.
Have they noticed us?
Yeah, they notice you, but like as long as you're not moving towards them, they're content to just be like, okay, cool, they're letting us loot this.
I did succeed my scout roll, which is stealth.
Well, you were trying to notice their stealth, I think.
Yeah.
Oh.
Is there really not like an actual stealth?
A scout is both. Yeah, it's sneaking and noticing things.
Well, they should roll a scout to notice my scout.
No.
I mean, he said that they were looking at us like, oh, they're watching us, but they're not doing anything.
There wasn't anywhere for you to hide, right? Like it's one thing to be subtle. It's one thing to be subtle about what you're doing. It's another thing to just, oh, you can't see me. I'm right behind this tunnel. Yeah, no.
I mean, I even was like gonna tell him not to jump in, and then you stopped me. So like, I made sound.
Yeah.
I don't really feel like there's a lot of.
Someone else also points out like, hey, there's a jade diadem in there too. Grab that, and it's a necklace. But the guy hasn't like tried to sheathe the sword again yet. So up to you guys how you want to respond.
Is the jade diadem magic?
It doesn't seem like it. It's not gleaming.
Does Connor's lore master
carry? Yeah, I think so.
Carry to that. Okay.
I mean,
we'll take that one. You guys can have the sword.
That sounds like a test. Eldritch, do you have a social skill, or is this someone else?
I have manipulator.
Sure. That's what it is.
That sword is so much cooler than the necklace. I think it's fair, right? You're getting the better end of the deal.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna double check what like manipulator tests are usually with this.
Does anyone want to help me with this? Because I'm not very good at it.
I can only help you with theology or speeches, and neither of those really make sense.
You can make a grandiose speech about fairness and keeping your word.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
Because I think it's probably going to be like a versus test if I remember correctly, but I'm just trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Manipulator.
Is Pagan good at word?
Yeah, it depends on what Connor's saying. Yeah, it's manipulator versus manipulator, which I believe they have. Yeah.
Wait, that was what my lore master's role was?
No,
this is for him to convince them to give us the diadem.
They can keep the sword. We'll take the diadem.
So what does this have to do with what I'm saying now?
So Eldritch is looking for help on her manipulator check to basically trick them into giving them the diadem, because that's the one that's not cursed. Just be like, oh, that's fair. Like you get the cooler thing. But it would depend on whether or not Kagan is saying something else.
I'm going to help you with manipulator by being like, no. I want to keep the one that you want them to have.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So
the sword's more valuable. We can take that one.
Yeah. Argue with them fakely. Yeah. That's fun.
Yeah. Make them be like, wait, no, I do want that.
Yeah.
66.
Cool. Yeah. Sounds good. So your op is 3.
You have a trait.
What is firstborn?
I don't think firstborn helps you here.
Okay. Calm.
No.
Enchanting.
Yeah, there you go. Everyone wants to buy something from a woman. We were just talking about this.
I guess, yeah. I mean, we can be slightly loose with the definition here. But again, to do that, you have to like spend a point or whatever on it.
Is it a fate point or a persona point?
I don't remember. Let's see.
Well, no, you just get so many uses of it.
No, what he's talking about.
Enchanting's my nature.
It's his nature thing.
Oh, right.
Which is different.
Yeah.
Let's see, 65.
It says on the sheet. It's persona, spend 1 point to add a D1, tap nature, or use a wise. So
yeah, because if you didn't have the skill, you could just roll nature instead. But you're obviously doing a skill with this, so if you want to spend a persona point, you can. But
yeah, well, may as well.
Oh, you are going to?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got 3.
Sounds good. So yeah, you can add your nature to it.
Oh goodness.
Oh man, that was terrible.
Yeah.
Oh, that's you didn't do that right. So Eldred, you need to read this. So you're still rolling manipulator. You're just adding your nature dice to it.
Oh.
So click on manipulator, add Kagan's help and whatnot, and then your nature, right? Because you just press use nature there, right? That's one of the options.
Oh, that's so much better.
Yep.
Still almost failed.
Oh, jeez.
Nice. Yeah. So, there's a bit of back and forth where they're kind of like, oh wait, do we want to keep the diadem? I don't know. But then like you play them perfectly, and they're like, okay, sounds good. This is fair. And
they're like, we should give him the sword. And then he's like, no, stab.
yeah. But yeah, they toss you the diadem, which is
thick.
Neck/worn, or pack 2. So you can wear it on your neck or pack 2.
Pack 2?
Yeah.
Well,
it's almost as big as like 5 golden bars.
I put my garlic around David's neck.
I think I have something on my neck.
I put it around Kagan's neck. I'm like, guard this with your life. And then I put the diadem on.
What did you put around Kagan's neck?
My garlic.
Your garlic. All right. Guard this with your life. Yeah, I guess he doesn't have anything on his neck. So, yep. Take garlic, I guess, Kagan. Very fun. Yeah, so you guys can just exit out the tunnel if you'd like.
Oh, yeah. We book it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yeah, take our little cart. And like, right.
Yeah, just comically, like, dust cloud appears behind you. And,
yeah.
Oh, I yell back, oh, yeah, don't worry. I disarmed that blade trap up front. So if you want to go out that way.
Thank you. Yeah.
Do I need to roll manipulator for that?
No.
Okay.
I mean, that's technically true.
I'm trying to. Well, I didn't disarm it.
Disarm, as in like they can walk through it without. Yeah. I mean, I guess you can.
They kind of can, because if they go back the back way, they won't hit the pressure plate until they get to the front, and so they'll be through it then. As long as
if they're going all 4 in a line, the first one's going to hit it, and then 3 of them will die.
That is true.
I mean, I suppose that's true.
Yeah.
That doesn't really benefit us at this point.
I mean, we're going to come back, then we can get all the copper.
Okay.
Do you want to try to lead them into that trap?
Yeah, may as well.
Sure. So keep in mind here, if you fail, there are like consequences.
Yeah, it should just not. Also,
as of right now, you've got out scot-free. Yeah, exactly. Right. Like we've already increased the grind to 7.
I'm gonna tap persona again.
No, but it increases our grind more, and I don't know if that matters when we get back to town.
Leaving, so
does it matter when we get back to town? Like the grind, does it just go away?
Well, yeah, the grind goes away. If it anytime it advances, there's conditions and stuff that you'll have to still recover from and whatnot. You can't recover I guess you do recover in town, but anyway.
Yeah. All of our conditions recover in town.
No, you have to like do things to recover them in town.
Oh.
Like,
Well, here, I'll make this easier for you. I'll pull an ode and I'll be like, I thought we just turned it off. And then
right.
There won't be a roll.
Yeah, Oscalad just says it out loud and ruins the chance of Eldred.
Yeah,
perfect. that seems like something Oscalad would do, right? He's a nice dude, and he's like, nice no. What are you talking about?
Yeah, like just make sure there's still the plate.
Yeah, cool. So you guys, make your way out of the tunnel. Very cool. Very cool. So. The tunnel stretches onward, straight through the mountain, staggered bracing, holding up the rock above. broken and discarded tools litter the ground. So yeah, I guess it looks like someone like excavated in here and probably recently. So like the more you're looking at this tunnel, you're like, why does this exist? Like this seems very odd. And you get to the end of it. It's not super long, but the tunnel leads to a cliffside overlooking a snowy valley. A deep boot prints lie in the snow here before the edge, but no obvious sign of where the owners of the prints went is visible. In the cliff just kind of like ends in a drop off, right? There's like a cliffside that the tunnel leads to, and there's no real good way down. Like you could technically scale the cliff if you wanted to, but like you're literally just looking on a cliff edge, and there were boot prints like in the snow as if someone came out of the tunnel, right? Like you are, but there's no sign of them doing. Yeah, they like floated away or something, right?
I take one foot and I tap where like the boots go to with my foot.
Nothing happens. And it's not all the way up to the
invisible Indiana Jones bridge.
No, it's not like an invisible person. Okay. And they don't go all the way up to the cliff edge, Oscalet. So it's not like they scaled it themselves. This is like go to the middle of the like clearing out here and then disappear.
All right.
Is this worth a scout?
One thing you do actually notice on the ground without a scout test. There's no scout test necessary. You see everything clearly. That's here. The other thing you find is there's a small wooden carving, like a necklace or something that's like left discarded. Someone accidentally left it or something. Of a small it's a smith holding a hammer. It's like a holy symbol or something. So
if we weren't at grind 7, I'd roll to figure out what that is.
Yeah, up to you guys, right? A roll of some sort could decipher what it is, but
do you have to roll for the grind? Can you roll just freely in town?
Yes, there's no grind in town. But something like that usually. So the difference between town and here, right, is anything you do in town increases your lifestyle obstacle. So it's like the time you spent in town costs something, and the resources test that you have to make when you leave town is increased every time you do an action in town.
Okay.
So there's always a cost. Unless you have an instinct, there's always a cost to tests in this game.
What's my instinct?
So do you want to just pocket the symbol for now, or
no one has an instinct for it?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. Oh, well, right, what's Kagan's instinct? Didn't he have an instinct about stuff? Maybe it was only if it was Elvish related, right?
My instinct is never leave a page unturned.
It's a metaphorical page, you know?
Yeah. I think it might count. Yeah, Kagan, you can make a lore master roll if you'd like to for free on your instinct there. Oh, except you're exhausted, which means that
I may not use instinct for free.
Yep.
Right.
So that is actually not an option.
Well, I mean,
so you could try to scale the cliff yourself, but it seems a little bit dangerous.
But we have a mining cart, so
that's true. You'd have to figure out some way to rappel it down, yeah.
So, I mean, I guess we just go back.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Sounds good.
Wait,
unless you see a way down, I think we should just go back and hope that
I'm going to scout, make sure there's for traps and ambushes. See if that's my instinct. I'm going to scout ahead, see if they've killed each other yet.
Well, we can't use our.
So you can't do it for free, though.
Oh, crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot. Is it a fate to do that?
No, so it's going to increase the grind, and you're at 7 right now.
Well, okay.
So you'll get another condition if you do it.
Darn.
Yeah, I mean, let's just go back. I mean, hopefully they've killed each other by now or left or whatever.
We wait a healthy amount of time.
Yeah, that's fine. So I think you get back there and they're not in there. So they didn't kill each other in this room at least.
Cool.
What would you like to do?
I mean, we should just walk back the way we came so we don't run anything unexpected.
Okay. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Do we hear anything?
Nope.
Okay.
Cool. Then yeah, I mean, I guess I just walk straight all the way down to this forge room and just see how the condition of the spin blade trap is, see if they reset it off or anything.
They did not reset it off. Okay. It looks like whatever.
They probably went the other way then, right?
Maybe. Yeah,
that's true. They that would make more sense for them
because they didn't know how it was activated necessarily.
Yeah, that's true.
Do we want to go the other way so we don't have to push the cart over the trap?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
true.
that's true. But we're gonna run into stuff and have to grind again.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good idea.
It seems like you'll probably have to grind no matter what at this point. Because yeah, to get the mining cart through that hallway is going to be a test, right? Without setting up the trap.
Oh,
Without setting up the trap, yeah.
The trap rolling. All right. I mean, I guess. All right. Let's just go the other way then.
Yeah, there's a chance we won't have to grind this way.
Sure.
Yeah, this was the way they came.
Definitely
anyways,
have to grind this way. Oh yeah, they probably that's what they said too, right? They came that way.
Or wait, no, they went through the trap, so they must have gone the way we did. They just got up to the boss and surround, right?
They walked up to the boss and then saw that they activated the boss and then they ran down here.
Yeah, but didn't they say the northern? They said this northern thing looked dangerous, and so they weren't going to go that way. And then they said something similar about this one, and so they went through the trap. I thought, and they said it was a miracle no one died or something. Isn't that what their note said? It doesn't matter. We can't get the cart through the thing, so
yeah, that's the issue, right? More than anything is like.
Mm-hmm. But I'm almost positive they said they went through this way because they activated the trap.
So that is indeed. Wait, which way are you talking about?
They go north or east.
Way.
They went north originally.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Then yeah, I guess that's fair.
Yeah. So you enter this room over here, and there's
that doesn't look good.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on there.
Christmas.
So, a large chamber opens up before you, filled with rubble and debris and partially flooded to the west and north. Massive pillars line the room, though 2 of them have been shattered, their pieces scattered across the clear water that fills the left half of the room. A small staircase leads to a large stone altar towering over the water, covered in jagged, thorny vines. A dark gem about the size of a clenched fist sits atop it, gleaming in the light of your lanterns with a haunting shimmer.
I grabbed it.
So, besides that, though, before you do anything, you're still way over here. Mm-hmm. You also see all the Draugr in this room, as well as all the bandits. Most of them are dead. They had some sort of fight in this room. The Draugr are all dead. The bandits are all dead, except for one of them, who is sitting in front of the altar, like right in front of the staircase, like mumbling to himself with the sword bloody across his lap. And he's just like, he made me do it. I promise he made me do it.
Shoot him with an arrow.
What do you guys do?
I mean,
you just want to shoot him with an arrow?
I kind of just want to shoot him.
Yeah, I mean,
I look to you two, and then I do like the little like throat slit thing, and then a little question mark.
I'm curious about Kagan's reaction to this because this is all weird Eldritch looking stuff.
Yeah, I think he shakes his head, and I think he just walks towards him.
Yeah, I mean, Oscar would also shake his head, probably just on principle of not murdering the guy.
Yeah.
Shake your head no to not kill him.
Where's the guy that we're referring to right now?
I'll put him on the map. Yeah, he is right there.
Yeah, okay.
And it's probably the main guy that you were talking to, right? It's Hagi, I think his name was.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm just gonna approach him.
Slowly approach him. Yeah.
Just gonna be like, you said his name is Hagi?
Yeah.
Hagi. What's going on?
He made me do it. And he's not turning around, but he's talking to you. He made me do it, I promise. He made me do it.
Who made you do what, Hagi?
Tendrils. In my mind. The sword said blood. The sword said blood.
I take another step forward and I'm like, Hagi, tell me what you saw. These tentacles. What do you mean? What did it tell you to do?
Sounds like a test. All right, you're trying to get him to be lucid for at least a moment to actually listen to you. It sounds like, what is it, Persuader?
Shoot.
Is that a
Probably.
skill? Yeah, persuader. Right.
I mean,
it's
does it
not,
matter my intentions here? Because like I don't really
What do
care
you-
about him at all. I'm just trying to get him to tell me more about what's going on. Right?
Yeah,
Like
but you're not
I want to know
like
how the world's gonna end. This sounds very
you're not like lying
Like-
or ugly truthing him or anything, right? You're just like you're trying to like it's almost like oh, actually, manipulator is also soothing platitudes. That's probably what you're doing. Yeah, that makes sense. You can do manipulator if you'd like. Right? You're just trying to like get him to calm down. You're not really convincing him to do anything, and you're just trying to like get him into a right headspace. Yeah, that's fine.
Oops.
I can help with that too. Fork in mind. Do we get tests for forking? I don't remember. I feel like we've had this conversation.
I don't believe you do in this one. All right, so your ob's 2, Kagan.
And what did you decide on the skill? Sorry, I was distracted.
Manipulator, right? Because you're like
It is
soothing
manipulator.
platitudes, basically.
Okay.
You can fork mine in.
What are you doing, Eldritch?
Fork in your manipulator.
Yeah.
How are you
Did
contributing?
you actually say
What are the
something?
skills that you can fork in naturally with manipulator?
That is a good question. The ones that lists are Haggler and Persuader.
I have Haggler.
You do have Haggler. That's fine.
Yep, but it's gonna be all right. We're here to help. As I
Very
yell
convincing.
I yell all the way from over here.
Yeah. As a reminder, that corridor is the one that's like rigged to like that's like unstable. So if you want to go through that, that's a bad idea. And you guys know that. That's like that's in the notes.
Yeah, I knew one of them. was
I'm
bad.
here then.
Yeah, I figured.
Shoot.
Oof. Okay.
Uh,
So I think probably what happens is he turns and tries to kill you, Kagan. Right.
right. Yeah.
It's like,
probably.
I'm sorry. The sword says blood. And then he like turns around, his eyes are red, and he just like tries to stab you. How are you like he's gonna roll something, he's gonna roll to like stab you. What are you trying to do in response? We'll just do like that as a one roll. Right, it's not like a conflict or anything.
Can I mean, I kind of was positioning myself so that if he tried something, I could do something.
Mhm.
Can I get, because I have fighter, can I get in the way his way?
Sure, yeah,
just,
you can roll your
block
fighter
him.
in response. That makes sense. You're close enough.
Q.
Okay, you're opposite
Can
one.
I fork in my archery to that?
Is what your guy's trying to do, like, is the intent in this roll just like kill him before he kills Kagan?
I mean, if my intent can be to incapacitate him, I'll do that.
That's fine.
But,
Then
I mean,
then
it
Eldred
sort of
can't
depends on
help with her
whatever.
bow here. That's the stipulation.
Yeah, no, probably not.
Okay.
I shoot the sword, not him.
Oh my god.
I know that you're an elf, but I don't know if they're superheroes in this one.
We get our traits back on a session basis, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I'm gonna use defender. 'cause,
Use defender,
I mean,
yep,
I
sounds
might
good.
as well. Literally no reason for me not to.
Yeah.
There we go. And
Yes, your ob is 1.
Used a trait. Okay, I think that's actually. Wait, no, my weapon's only good at defending, and that's like in conflict, anyways. But or wait, no, I have a shield. Can I get? Does that matter?
I mean,
I'm like taking
Not
a
enough to-
defend action.
yeah, but your intent is like to what? Incapacitate him? I don't know if
Well, I
having
guess
a
that's true. It's kind of a compound thing. It's not
Yeah,
just the
yeah.
okay. All right, here
There you go.
we go. I can't see what I got. What did I get? Oh, wow, what? That was all minutes.
Okay, that did advance
Alright,
the
cool.
grind. Actually, it advanced it twice. So everybody go ahead and mark whatever the next thing is.
But he
forget
attacked
now.
us.
Well,
Hmm.
the grind was advanced from Connor's manipulator too, and I just forgot to do that.
Right. But does me rolling to defend him also do it?
It does. If multiple people, so the way it works is if multiple people are having to respond to a trap, it only counts for one, but it does count when you're reacting to something. But if everyone had to, like, if there was like a bunch of
Sure.
traps going off or something, everybody had to make a roll. It only counts for one, but it still
Okay.
counts
Is
in
it
general.
what condition do we get?
So if you're already hungry and thirsty, you mark exhausted. If you're already exhausted and hungry, you mark angry.
It's weird that
Does
literally-
does wine get rid of angry?
It does, yes.
I just drink my wine. Then.
Sounds good. So, but I think basically what happens, right?
Though, isn't it? Doesn't just like get rid of it automatically,
I
does it?
think that is the case. Yes.
Are you sure? I thought it was just like water that it just got rid of it.
I believe there's a test, but I could be wrong.
Or at least you can make a test. Maybe if you have wine, you don't have to. I don't know. But...
So I think basically what happens, right, is he, charges Kagan, and then Oskalad, you just like step in neatly and just skewer him, right? Or I guess you wanted to incapacitate him and you succeeded.
Yeah, I'd like to just clock him in the head with the shield. With
your shield, just like bang him in the head. And his eyes immediately go dim, right? Like the red glow goes away and he just like clatters to the floor. And so does the sword, right? It skitters across the cobblestones and kind of rests right up against the water's edge over here.
I guess I'm angry, so I walk over and I'm like, "This is ridiculous." I just kick it into the water.
You just kick it into the water? Okay, yeah. Nice.
I mean, is the scabbard there as well?
I'm not sure. I want.
It's like scattered it's like on the floor somewhere.
I mean, I walk. I'm like, that's such a waste, and then I kind of like finagle the scabbard like into the blade. Sheathed.
I'm curious if that works. I think it does because he did kill. Yeah, he did kill. Okay, I think it works. Yeah. So Eldritch, if you manage to like slide it in, I think you can pick it up again. And this is the thing. I'm assuming that Kagan on the like excavate on the as you guys were walking down the tunnel explained all of this lore to you guys, right? Yeah. Is that what happened? Okay, just making sure.
So yeah, I guess I look at Eldritch and I'm like, seriously? He just killed 3 people with it and went into a weird mind-numbing psychosis that turned his eyes red. Do you really want to take that with you?
Well, we don't want another idiot to find it, do we?
Well, then we should just throw it off the cliff. We shouldn't bring it back with us.
If we throw it off the cliff, someone will just eventually find it, and this will happen again.
I think there's more to this than we know.
Well, yeah, of course. It drove him magically insane. But do we want to know more about that? That doesn't seem like the kind of thing we should find out.
Actually, that's the main reason that I'm here.
That's not encouraging. So then do you know what that is? And I point at the shadow pearl.
It's more like a big like multifaceted gem, but yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm definitely going to make a lore master roll.
Yes, indeed. Are you just studying? What are you exactly studying? Like the whole shebang, like altar and all.
Yeah, trying
to figure out like what is this?
Yeah.
Okay.
And what is it doing, or what does it do?
Right. Yeah. That is an Ob 5 lore master test.
Yikes.
I'll throw in mine.
Yep.
And what are the natural forks? A scholar or one of them?
The natural forks it gives are Arcanist and Theologian. I don't think Scholar helps here, but Arcanist and Theologian can both help.
Can I fork in Jeweler since it is a pearl?
No, there'll be a separate thing about like the gem itself. I think this is going to be more about like the whole thing, like the altar and what everything is about.
You're gonna make us use 2 grind.
Let me double check. I don't think there's necessarily I don't think there's a roll for I'm not going to give you jeweler, but I'm not necessarily going to make you roll another test to figure out what the gem is. That's basically what I'm saying.
Oh, did we
Yes.
I also are No, just a wee bit confused on wineskin and preserved rations.
Yeah, so I did check that. Wineskin, you can get extra die to your recovery roll for like angry and afraid, but you do have to be in camp to do that. Either it just does the hungry and thirsty thing, or it gives you a +1 die to that recovery roll.
Okay.
Hungry and thirsty, I believe, is the only one that you can do just like not outside of camp.
Okay, gotcha. Yep, that's fine. Yeah, I'm gonna go with. Yeah, so I'm gonna roll Lone Master. Jared is helping me with 1. I'm assuming, David, you don't have anything to help me with.
Theologian.
He has Theologian.
Theologian.
Oh, you do? Okay, so Theologian, 1 from David. I'm forking an Arcanist. That is 8. Ob is 5.
Do you have a trait or something that you can add to this too?
I don't think we can use traits right now.
You can't use traits at all?
Angry
because of angry?
Use wises or beneficial traits, yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Or are we all angry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that count? So we're angry and exhausted?
Yeah.
And hungry.
And hungry and thirsty, yeah.
That doesn't count towards your roll, though. That only counts for whatever it says underneath each one.
Yeah, the -2 successes is not for normal rolls.
Okay, that's a bit. Yeah. All right, that's going to be a bit hard to keep track of.
You can also spend Persona if you'd like.
Yeah, I think I'm going to.
There's always Fate if you fail, so.
Yeah. Okay, so. All right, back to this. And spending Persona. Unreal.
Hey, you got 2
You got 2
6s.
6s.
Hey.
You want to spend a Fate and open in those?
Oh, he got 3 1s though.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Can I spend 2 Fate? Can I reroll failed dice as well, or?
I don't think so in this one. I think it's just the 6s. You can also use like a wise if you have a relevant wise. Oh, but I guess you can't because you're angry.
Because we're angry.
So yeah, your only hope right now is Fate, I think. But you can reroll 2 dice with that because there's 2 6s.
It's roll 2d6 greater than 4, right?
Yes.
It's
There you go.
Hey, there you go.
Oh, nice.
Perfect. Yes. So
What's
with
the
an Ob 5 Loremaster test, the thorns that line the altar are a symbol of an obscure offshoot of a cult that is already itself quite obscure. But you're kind of intimately familiar with this. This is the cult of the Kraken.
Yeah.
The character who makes a successful test here can determine that the cult of the Kraken is a dark cult whispered about in the Oldenveld. Oldenveld is like the region you guys are in. Its practitioners shunned and driven off at every opportunity by decent-hearted folk, though they are beginning to have more influence among the Valemen of the northern peninsula past the Reka Channel. So the kind of most wild of the Norsemen in this region are starting to be swayed by this thing. And so that's, you know, the origins of it. You also know that anyone who just tries to ascend that altar is going to have their mind bent by some sort of eldritch magic and like have to do a will test. Yeah, and you'll have to closely examine the gem to know more about that specifically, but there's some power here. And you don't necessarily think that you're not sure what the sword, how the connection of the sword is. It might be unconnected. You're not sure. But at the very least, the altar itself has some sort of thing going on here.
You just shoot the gem with an arrow, and then we can go around the back and pick it up.
What's this tunnel back here?
Yeah, so you do notice that it's like a natural kind of cave opening that leads. It's like a water, a little river.
I jump along these little pillars here that I'm going to say are out of the water.
They are not out of the water.
I already said they were, Caleb.
Well, you don't have that power.
Here,
you have no power here.
Look, they're colored.
Ha ha ha! Hilarious, Jared. Do you actually go into the water at all, or what?
No. Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to draw that time.
No,
I come over here though on these stones to get a peek.
Sure. Do you want to make a survivalist test for me?
No, I just want to see what I can see with my eyeballs.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, you can probably notice this. So the pool of water covering half the room is waist high, though it deepens to 6 feet towards the center. Anyone in the pool, there's like a slow tug of water leaking out into the tunnel to the north. And then you also see some really large cave fish in there. So you know that if you did go in there, this might be like slaughter fish from Morrowind style, right? They might attack you. They have some pretty sharp teeth.
I cut off an arm of one of the dead bandits and tossed it in the water.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. That's a smart idea. I think they go ravenous at it. So yeah.
Wonderful.
They're distracted at least for now.
I guess we should
well-
just take the coins off these dead guys, huh?
Oh, well, yeah. Okay.
Play it
Yeah. I mean, yeah, may as well.
So Eldritch throws an arm in there and then just starts like gathering up from all the dead bodies. What are Kagan and Oskalad doing? Because like Kagan, you know this now about the altar. I don't know if you want to risk it or not, right?
Don't go in the water.
Sounds like a plan.
I don't know.
So are we all satisfied with this Eldritch abomination stuff? Can we leave?
I don't know.
Kagan takes one step towards the stairs.
Hey,
I
Kagan,
think
what's
he
up?
does.
What's up with the gem?
Yeah, I mean, do you guys want me to roll for that? I mean, like my character probably would, but
I mean, yeah,
also
I
it's going to push this up even further.
I mean, we're almost done. It's fine.
So what are you going to roll for?
Oh,
What is it?
To
What's
go on
what?
the altar.
What's left to roll for? Oh, to get up there? It's a wait. It
To
does the
get
grind
up there
just
and
to
to
walk up
actually
there?
examine the gem. He only examined the altar. The gem
Yeah,
would cost.
I
another
already
roll.
said you'll have to get closer to examine the gem if you'd like to actually
Right.
get that
Well,
roll.
you should
Hey,
examine the gem in town where we don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
But the will test to go up there doesn't cost anything, right?
It does.
It costs as much time as an okay.
Again, this isn't about time.
It's
This
not
is
just
yeah.
time, I suppose.
What if Connor and I both walked up there at the same time? Would that cost us
He
two,
said
or
that
would that
doesn't
cost
It would
us
only cost one, but you would both have to make the test, so I don't really see the point in that.
Hey, God, no judge. This is a judgment-free zone, but do you want to use that or do you want to destroy it? Because I don't really care either way. I'm just curious.
Are you a use evil artifacts kind of guy or a destroy evil artifacts guy? We already know what Oskalad is.
Yeah.
I think he probably doesn't know the answer to that question. So
That's encouraging.
Well, I'm
I'm not
asking
sure what
because
he's at.
I kind of want to destroy. I mean, I kind of want to destroy. I'm getting the urge to destroy it, but if you want to use it, I probably won't.
you probably won't.
I mean, there's a non-zero chance that this is what's causing the Draugr to come back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the most magical and ominous thing here. Also, as a side note, if that's true, we have 4 freshly dead people here. Technically 5 if you count the guy with no head in the front.
Fine, I'll
And
take
maybe
care of
we
it.
should.
I throw them all. I throw them all to the fish.
Just start slumping the bodies into the pool. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose.
Yeah, that works.
I guess. Seems like a lot of effort.
Are you going up the altar or not, Kagan? That is the question.
I think I am.
Sounds good. So maybe like as Eldred is like starting to push the bodies in there and Oskalad is like, wait, what are you doing? Kagan just like goes up like before anyone can stop him.
Oskalad will help Elder do that since it's concerned they might come back to life. It's a reasonable thing to do.
All right, Kagan, make a will test of 3.
Sweet. Any forks or anything?
I don't think so. No, it's a will. It's a will
It's a
test. So
stat.
no, yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot for a second what was happening. Hey, nice job.
Wow.
Just you guys have been honestly really lucky with rolls in this game. Like
Pretty
it should be
Pass
much
or
worse.
fail,
For
I'm
you.
not on that page.
All right, cool. Yeah,
I'm
so you
typing
feel like a pressure on your mind, Kagan, but you're strong enough to resist it, right?
Nice.
And you
Interesting.
just slowly walk up to the altar or on the top of the altar.
Didn't see that one coming.
Yeah. And there is a little black gem on there. Would you like to figure out what it is?
I would actually love to.
Sure. Let's have another lore master test here, I think. I'll say op 3 for this one.
I'm still looking at it, so I give you my D as well.
Sure, that's fine. I mean, especially now that Kagan's kind of like braved it, I think it's a little bit easier for him to. I mean, he could literally just like take it and go walk down, right, and start examining it.
Oh.
Is Theologian a fork too? I have that.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm looking for his eyes to turn red. I'm looking for Sith
Right.
signs.
So Kagan, that's a ob 3. I think lore master test you made earlier is helping you here to make it a little bit easier to decipher what this is.
Actually, forgot I should be tracking all of these.
So did you actually this is a question, Kagan,
yeah.
did you take the gem and walk down with it?
That
would make sense if you're having them help
I succeeded,
you with it, right?
so
yeah. So as you remove it and walk away, the thorns surrounding the altar crumble away into dust, leaving nothing but a bare stone altar. So maybe it scares you for a second, but like nothing bad happens, right? It's just like, oh, they all crumble away.
That's not ominous
He
at
said
all.
crumble, and I was like, oh boy.
Okay, nothing else happened. It probably does scare you guys, but like nothing jumps out or
crap.
do
Okay.
anything more. So yeah, op 3.
Are you done?
Lore Master.
Oh yeah, I forgot you doing that.
Say what?
I forgot you're doing a lore master test still.
Oh, another one?
You can
Yeah,
fork
remember
in
for
to
the
figure out the
gem.
gem.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Lore
mine. Are you
Master.
gonna fork in your theologian, David?
I mean, I don't know.
Not sure if you're
I don't know if
helping.
I'm really. Yeah, I don't think I'm being very much help here. I was being helpful when he might turn into an evil lich
Yeah.
thing, but I don't know. I mostly just wish he would have not done it at all. So
Fair enough.
Well, I'm helping you.
So I'm gonna fork in Jared Skell as well as Jeweler and Arcanist. Sound good?
Yep, that makes sense.
And the ob is
3. Oh,
literally.
no.
How did I fail
No.
that?
Okay, well, you do have
Oh my
1 6
goodness,
if you'd like
what?
to roll a fate. It's 1 in 12 chance, but
Can you spend it something to re-roll? Is re-rolling a thing?
he could if he had if he wasn't angry because he has a wise that's relevant,
beneficial trait? Yeah.
but or that. But,
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna let it lie for now. We'll come back to it later. I think we have this gem with us. We don't know what it is exactly, but I think that's kind of where I'm settled on that.
yeah, sounds good.
I take the sword out and stab the last guy that's alive, and then I put it away.
Do you let him do that, Ascalad, or her?
I'm joking.
Oh, okay. Good. Yeah, what do you do with that guy? And I think that will be the I'll just advance the grind by 1 probably for your test there, Connor, and that's as bad as it's going to get for that failed roll. I mean, I don't think there's anything bad that happens necessarily, unless I'll double check real quick what it does, just in case you set it off or something. But I don't think you do.
we all die to the shadow pearls that explodes.
Wait, how are
Oh,
we
you know what?
11
That actually probably is a good consequence for failure here.
We all die.
It's no. You're gonna set off one of the effects of the
Great.
gem. It's not gonna be super bad. It's not gonna it's not a fireball or anything that's gonna go off. But I'll find this here. Oh wait, this would be in here. Handouts. Here we go. So, suddenly your eyes glow, Kagan, as you're trying to figure out what it does, and you accidentally activate one of the spells that is trapped within it.
Can I just hit him in the head with my shield?
As soon as his eyes start glowing, just immediately whack him. Sure. Yep. That's
Great.
fine.
Thanks.
I guess. I mean, that was bad for Kagan, so I think he probably takes a condition, right?
What's bad?
You literally knocked him upside the head, so.
I don't have to roll or anything?
Oh, I guess yeah, that makes sense. I guess
I
Kagan
just
would
get
stop.
that?
That's true. Kagan would probably try to stop you. Yeah.
What? No, don't increase the grind, David.
Yeah, that's what that will do. Yeah, and if you succeed, you'll give Kagan a condition.
Never mind. I sit cross-legged.
So Kagan will
and
take 2 conditions from
float
this.
Right.
home. I mean, that literally puts him on the doorstep of being dead.
I
basically.
I book it the same as his eyes glow. I'm out of
So
here.
do you not do anything else, Glad? Or do you?
Yeah.
Sounds like something Oscalad would do. It seems like the only reason you wouldn't do it is meta reasons.
Yeah. I guess.
If I run far enough away, can I not be affected by the grind?
No, that's not how that works. That's hilarious. Yeah, so Oskalai, go ahead and make a fighter roll, and Kagan can make a roll in response.
Okay. So he's making a health roll. You don't have fighter, do you?
No, he doesn't. So yeah, it'd be a health roll.
Is there a penalty for the fact that he's not using a skill?
It would be he rolls half the dice normal, right?
Oh, okay.
So he'd be rolling 1 die instead of 3. So pretty much, as long as you get get 2 successes, he won't be able to stop you.
Right.
I'm helping neither of you. I'm just standing far away.
Kagan, go ahead and roll fighter untrained there. Oskalad is trying to knock you out as your eyes glow.
Yeah, okay. That seems fair. What'd you say I roll?
Fighter. It's going to be untrained for you, so I think it will automatically have your dice, but you're probably going to be 2.
Okay. Can I fork in anything with this?
No, but it is
Hunter,
untrained.
you have it.
Oh, right. Duh.
Oh, maybe that's only if you're shooting a bow. Oh, right. It's not true. I get 2 successes though.
Connor, use
And
a fate.
they're both 6s.
Yeah, nice job.
Use a fate, Connor.
That figures.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna
that's good.
I'm gonna do that.
Sounds good. Make sure you guys are spending or marking that you're spending these fate, because that's what lets you level up.
It's Persona that lets you level up.
It's both.
Yeah, don't get any successes.
Oh
Yeah,
no!
it's both.
Wait, so we
dang.
tie. What happens?
That is
Wait, tie
a good
goes to the
question.
defender?
Tie usually goes on to something else. So
May I have a skill? Is that the next break?
No, normally it's like now you go to a stat. So I guess both of you just
Can-
make raw health tests.
Can I help Connor? Can I
Sure,
roll to help
sure.
Connor?
Yeah, to like
You
stop
said you ran away.
Well, I'm still here.
Okay. He didn't.
You can't change your mind after
No, well,
you
he
roll.
asked a question. If he ran away, what would happen? He didn't actually say he was going to run away.
Yeah, he said I book it. That was the first thing
Oh,
he said.
no, you're right.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, booking it to so nothing would happen to me. But
Yeah.
Caleb already said
So
that.
you're
Caleb already
down
said that
the-
doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think you did say that you were like
Okay.
away from this. So Kagan and Oskalai, just go ahead and make health tests real quick, and we'll see.
Then I'm out here in the tub.
That'll determine the tie.
All right.
Oof,
Ooh, nice.
that was a good roll for Oskalai.
Does this count as a fail for my fighter skill?
No, I believe it
Or-
goes on to be the actual test.
Oh, so now I get a pass for health?
Yeah, I believe
Okay.
that's what it is. Yeah. So Kagan, you get knocked out. You'll go ahead and mark afraid.
So I also don't get something for being learned for fighter.
Yeah, I
You
believe
do,
it's a.
right? You
it's
just
a-
get a...
Oh,
I
I
don't
don't
Both
know
roles
how
happen?
it works, and I don't want to look it up right now. I'll look it up after the
All
fact.
right, whatever. Yeah, that's fine.
I don't remember how it works. So Kagan just gets banged out upside the head. The spell would have gone off, but Oskalad stops it.
Yeah.
And I use Lore Master to see what the spell would have been, since we already advanced the grind and it doesn't matter anymore.
because... Oh, did it?
It did,
great.
yeah.
All right.
So-
So we're all dead, I think. So
No, so everyone would
No.
mark.
We're afraid now.
Yeah, but the thing is, Kagan already marked afraid, so now he gets, I believe, injured.
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah. I'll double check.
So we
what
get
that is.
afraid, he gets afraid and injured.
Yeah, I believe so.
Well, and then the thing advances and he gets sick and then we die, right?
No.
That's
That's why he gets 2.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
It's. Oh, you actually get sick before you get afraid. You actually get afraid last
Wait.
before dead.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a weird. So everybody is sick, and then you'll also
Great.
mark afraid, Connor, Kagan.
wait, when you get injured,
Sick and afraid.
You get injured right after sick.
Oh.
So it goes.
I guess that makes sense.
Hunger,
yeah.
thirsty,
Yeah.
exhausted, angry, sick, injured, afraid. and
Great.
then
We get
dead.
minus $1 skills now.
Luckily, you are leaving immediately, so
Yeah, and then we get to spend all of our stuff trying to get rid of these. We don't have any checks. Oh wait, no, that's for camping. Never mind.
it is for camping. Yeah, you just have to spend all your gold to recover for this one.
So
So
we have 3 potential rolls left if we do all of them, I think.
So
All
basically,
right,
what
so I'm
happens
like-
is you knock him unconscious. Eldrit's probably like, "What did you do that for?" Did you say that you actually did want to make a test, Eldritch, to find out?
Yeah, now that he's knocked out, I come back. I'm like, well,
don't.
quick thinking. I mean, we can't leave this here. This was the whole. I assume the reason we're here.
Well, the reason.
Well, the reason you're here,
here.
Oscalad, is to make sure that there's no danger to the town.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what this is, a danger to the town, potentially.
The Draugr are all dead. Well, that's fine. You know what? Here, I'm going to pick up the black sword and I'm going to hit the black stone and see if anything happens.
I mean, I'm holding the black sword.
Oh, yeah. I forgot you can't take the black sword out without killing somebody with it. Never mind. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, I was just saying.
David, that's exactly what I was going to do, and then I was going to stab the bandit to death.
You can still do it.
Goodness.
That's why I wanted to do the lore roll first to see what the spell was going to be.
Yeah, what the spell was
going
to
to be. Let's do that first, and then we'll
let's do Lore Master 2. Because all the six, you got six. Lore Master 3, actually, because you did fail the what is the gem roll.
I have Theologian too, so
we literally can't pass it then. So I only have 2 Lore Master.
Yeah, but if I give you Theologian, that's 3. You just need all of them.
Then -1 would be 2.
Oh, because the skill, or because of sick. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you not going to do it then?
Well, can I roll to drink the wine now and get rid of angry?
No, you have to do a camp, and no one is used to trade against themselves, so you have no option to camp. What's the one rule you guys have been completely ignoring?
It's hard enough to succeed without making it harder.
Yeah, I know.
Well, you think I should just destroy it, Oscalad?
I mean, wait, so the town we're in, does it have any kind of competent clergyman? Is there anybody who would know more about the stuff than us?
Probably.
Okay. Why don't we just take it back to town and see?
I don't want to take it back to town because picking it up apparently activates the spell, and I don't want to get knocked out.
So as a note, Kagan was like inspecting it very closely and trying to figure out what it did. Like he wasn't just holding it.
I'll take a sack and I'll put it in the sack without touching it. The sack of copper coins.
Sounds good.
And then all right, take it back to town. We'll see if somebody else who doesn't get grind when they look at this thing can figure out what it is. Now help me put this idiot in this cart.
I think Kagan, I mean, for the purpose of the rules, I mean, Kagan probably just wakes up, right? The intent was to get him to not set off the spell or whatever, right? And that passed, so.
Kind of.
Now that he's awake, he can do the Lore Master.
So see,
I'm saying it's way easier if he's not unconscious, and you're not going to be able to drag him out with all of your treasure. So I
can't put him in the cart.
You don't have enough room. Yeah, the cart is already full of treasure.
No, we put one sack in,
and I just filled up the second sack with.
Yeah, but a whole body, including all the stuff that Kagan has on him, is way more than the cart can hold.
Yeah, David, the cart's full now since we picked up their stuff.
Yeah,
but all they had was
they had another pack. They had 3.
Yeah,
at least.
They had 2 packs worth of copper, 2 packs worth of gold coin, and then 1 pack worth of pickaxes.
Yep.
Well,
and I assume
I don't think anyone
dropped the
pickaxes,
pickaxes, but
yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
How much are they worth?
Either way, it's way easier if Kagan just wakes up after you guys are like you figured out the thing with the Eldritch Gem. You're like waiting a little bit and like shaking him awake, and he's fine.
Okay,
that's just way easier.
I guess.
I retcon and we took the pickaxes.
Wait, are they worth something?
No, they're not worth anything.
Then why did you mention them?
Because they were there.
They were part of the set dressing about the fact that there was
how many load spaces does Connor take?
We already said he's awake.
A lot, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
So what I'm trying to say is. So real quick, I was trying to get to what actually happened when Kagan did the thing. Kagan, go ahead and roll, because it still technically happened. It takes 1 turn to do it, and it activated. So, it was actually a beneficial thing. So,
okay.
Go ahead and make a. You tell me, Kagan, what are you trying to see? You just activated the spell Eye of Omens. With words of power, the caster attains sight beyond sight that reveals the past, the future, a creature's essence, or even the truth behind a creature's words. So you have 3 different categories of things here. You can do like sense, true nature, or read thoughts. Probably sense makes the most sense. I don't know if you're trying to find out anything about a creature or trying to read someone's thoughts. So,
I mean, can you find out what the gem does? That's what he was trying to do, and he did it, right?
I suppose. I think he.
Trying to
I mean,
sense
I think
the
he figures
gem's
out.
Purpose.
I think he figures it out by the fact that he activated it. Right? It's just the gem has
Okay.
some. The gem has spells stored in it, and you can activate them and like use them.
Then right before the juicy part, you see a shield hit your face. And then...
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So Kagan, what would you like to see? Would you like to sense if something is choose one of these three options. Would you like to see a recent event, an event in the distant past, or the future? They are progressively harder. So recent event is ob 3, event in the distant past is ob 4, the future is ob 5, and this is a Arcanist test.
Say that one more time.
Would you like to see an event, a recent event, an event in the distant past, or the future? Ob 3, ob 4, ob 5. This is Arcanist. So whatever, I don't know what you have in that. You have 3, so.
Yeah, I guess I go with the first one.
Recent event, because you can possibly actually get it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
And I'm rolling Scholar. Or no, Arcanist, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Because you're actually
Just roll
you're
that.
casting a spell, basically, is what it is. Yeah, up 3.
You can do it.
No, I don't think I can. It's
I believe in
impossible,
you.
actually. Because I'm sick.
You'll lose a dice, yeah.
Well, hey, do you want to use a trait against yourself since you're going to fail anyway?
Sure.
Right? Use dream haunted against yourself, and you've
Yeah.
seen confusing visions and stuff, and you get what is it, -2 dice or something? I believe that's what it is.
Sure. It's a great idea.
That's one of the best ways to use traits negatively. Is like, oh, I'm going to fail this roll anyway. Might as well just stack on the failure.
What is... Oh, against self. There we go.
Yeah.
It needs to go down further than a 1, but it doesn't let me.
I think it's only -1 because you only get +1 from traits. You can just use them more than once.
Well, Dream Haunted says
So,
2 plus 2d per session.
yeah, but it's not that you give them +2, it's that you can do
It's you can
+1
do it
twice.
Yes. You can do
Okay.
-1
And
dice
so I
twice.
assume
Yeah.
it's also -1 twice. Yeah.
Yeah, so zeros, you got a literal 1. That's the only die that you rolled. Yes, so basically, it seems pretty obvious what happened, right? Kagan tries to see something, and Oscalad slams him with a shield and doesn't see anything except for stars, right?
Yep.
Cool. And I think we would probably just like leave off there, right? And you guys can make it out of the dungeon just fine. If you're just going to leave, you're fine.
Yeah.
You already have a map to get back. There's no other
Thank goodness.
issues. You guys can get back to town for the start of next session.
You'll spend a small fortune trying not to die. at
Yeah,
town.
trying to recover. Exactly. Yeah. So next time we'll do a whole town session. But for now we'll go ahead and leave it off there. I'm really glad of the way that went because we actually got to finish the dungeon. So
Yeah, that worked out.
yeah, thanks for jumping on with me. Even though we can only play like an hour and a half.
Yeah, we did a lot more than I thought we would.
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I knew this was next door, and this is what I wanted to get to more than anything else. So
Yeah.
I can see why you're so excited now.
yeah,
Yeah, we were just gonna leave and have our gold. And
yeah.
learn none of the story.
Mhm.
I thought this was going to be just like a bunch of like mechanical recovering stuff.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Awesome.
Let's go ahead and do Arthur stuff. Get out of here. Okay, so
Don't forget to write that opal thing on your kit, David.
Oh, yeah.
That gem thing.
This is why I don't usually play games that make me write down my stuff because I always forget.
did
all
anyone act on their belief today? Kagan certainly did. And it's a good thing, too, because you've spent all of your fate in Persona today.
I mean, I helped Kagan with all of those things, and that could be vaguely.
What is your belief?
do whatever it takes to be reunited with my people, and that's the main reason I was interested in all the Eldritch
in Eldritch stuff. Yeah, that's fine. Yep.
Okay, and that's a persona we get or a fate?
It's a fate.
Okay.
I mean, I kind of intentionally tried to keep us from killing the bandits the whole time. I don't know if that counts.
Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, cool. You literally like sabotaged Eldred's manipulator role, right, to try to get them to.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. Yeah. Cool. That's fate, you said.
Yep. Did anyone just work toward their goal but not complete it? I guess we didn't rewrite goals at the beginning of the session. So if
my goal was to get back with our money.
So you worked on it. You worked on it.
Yeah, I didn't write that down, but
mine was finally get out of the stinky dungeon.
You did it, Persona.
Yay.
And Kagan, you certainly learned something new about this place, so Persona there.
Sweet.
Did anyone benefit from their instinct?
Wait, if we technically get back to town in this session, then I completed my goal, right?
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
otherwise I'll complete.
There's
my
literally
goal in the
no
first 4
roll.
seconds.
Yeah, there's literally no roll left. You can just get to
right.
town.
That was my thought. I didn't want to like keep that as my goal. Complete it in the first 4 seconds and not have a goal.
Persona instead of fate, then.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Thanks. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good. Did anyone benefit from their instinct? I guess probably not because everyone was exhausted.
Really. Yeah.
Oh, characters can earn this reward even if they're exhausted, but I don't think anyone actually did their instinct. So
no, I might change mine because actually, like curing wounds seems to be a thing that's not going to happen. I rolled
scout to make sure they were when they were going into the thing. Make sure they weren't doing anything sketchy, and we benefited from that.
What is your instinct?
Necklace. Always on the lookout for traps and ambushes.
Sure. Yeah, that counts. So fate point there. Nice. What was your instinct, David? Did you say?
I was just saying I think I might rewrite it because I don't know. Injured doesn't seem to happen very often, and I never leave a wound to fester is my instinct.
Well, never leave a wound to fester can be more broad than that, right? It can be.
I suppose that's true. Yeah.
Connor, what? Oh, and Connor did never leave a page unturned a bunch.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Did it benefit you guys though? Yeah, I mean, I guess it did. You did get a gem that
once in a literal sense.
Once Kagan wakes up, he'll be able to tell you, no, that was a good thing.
Yeah.
Don't ever do that again, Osclad.
Yeah. Well, hey, tell you what, don't make your eyes glow red, and I won't clock you in the shield.
So as a note, his eyes didn't glow red; they glowed blue.
I thought you said red.
No, I just said red. All I said was glow. That I didn't even specify a color, but then you immediately said I could knock him out, so then I couldn't finish my description.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I'm almost positive I heard you say red, but maybe I inserted that into the.
If I did, I said it mistakenly because.
Okay.
Yeah, I also thought you said that as well. It's so interesting psychology, bro.
So maybe I did say it, but I didn't mean.
Well, I think we were both assuming that if his eyes glowed, it would be red because the other guy was.
Yeah.
But yeah, Kagan, you can make mark a fate as well because you did get a gem that can be used. So. And technically, you got a magical sword that, as long as you kill someone when you wield it, it'll be fine. Nightblood is it's a very useful thing to have around, unless you don't have any investiture.
Although, to be fair, the guy went absolutely nuts saying that the sword wanted blood. And so I got the impression it wasn't like cool, I'm just going to hang this on the wall until I kill someone with the next. It's like there
is
compels
probably
you to
some sort of magical curse thing that's happening there.
He went kind of bonkers. So,
did anyone have gallows humor?
I threw all the dead bodies to the pit.
Yep.
Okay, that counts. Yeah, fate point.
That was funny.
All right, cool. And then, did anyone play against their belief or accomplish their goal? I think we already talked about that. But
yeah.
I don't think we've reached any of the like mold breaker sort of stuff yet. So, cool. Yep, that is all the Arthur for today. Very fun. I'm excited for next time because we'll be able to do some town stuff and there'll be lots of fun rolls there. You guys have plenty of gold, so hopefully you'll be able to recover just fine.
Yeah. I feel like I don't know how much they expect you to take, but this is a lot. And also, it's like some of these are hard. Like injured, which you don't have, thinking is health ob 4. Like I'd have to get all successes to recover from that.
Yeah, I mean, luckily you can
pretty tough.
get extra die from things and stuff, right? So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
That's part of the
I've lost the ability to give myself pass-fail things on my.
You have to click edit on the sheet. It might be in. Yeah, it's in read
In edit mode.
Yeah, there you go.
I still can't do it.
Oh, what the?
And
Yeah, I actually can't
because
either.
you're sick.
Oh,
Cannot
you
practice,
can't
learn, or advance. So
practice,
it doesn't
like-
allow you to do it. Yeah.
Oh,
But you can
okay.
still do it on stats apparently. 'Cause
Oh,
mine-
okay.
it'll
I
let
was
me
just
mark
worried because
stats,
all
but
of
not skills.
my marks got
Yeah, they're just
removed.
hidden. Yeah.
moved. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, oh crap, they're all gone. I don't remember what I've done.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
right.
All right, cool stuff. That was Laughing Shall We Die. Thanks for playing, guys. I appreciate it. That was
Thank
a lot
you.
of fun. We didn't end up doing the prologue at the beginning because we wanted to get right into it. So that actually did hinder you slightly because you didn't get your whoever does the prologue gets like to mark a condition off or whatever.
Oh, that's right.
But oh well.
I'll do a prologue right now.
That is it. We'll be back next time with some more Laughing Shall We Die. Adios. Don't hit your friends with shields. That's the lesson for today.
I stand by that decision. That was the right decision.